everybody, welcome back to another episode of Canning on the Deck.
Yes, it's another day. It is actually very hot and very sticky out here again.
Yeah, we're in day 4 or 5 of a heat wave here in southern New England.
It is hot.
It's like 76% on the dew point.
Yeah, the humidity is awful.
And it's already 91 degrees out and it's like 1 o'clock. So we are going to try and get this project done today. We are going to be making salsa. We're going to be making hot, zesty salsa.
Yes.
And just a regular without the spice salsa. We have tomatoes over here that are our main branch of tomatoes to work on today. Then we have tomatoes over here that we harvested 3 days ago.
Yes.
And then we have over here harvested tomatoes from this morning when we went to water. So we have quite a bit of work on our hands for today. But this salsa recipe is super duper easy. It's really 3 main ingredients and some vinegar and a little bit of spice, and that's pretty much it. We have a boiling pot of water here. Don't touch that pan.
Yeah.
We have a boiling pot of water here, and we have a pot of water we'll have ice in so that we can peel the tomatoes, and we're going to show you how we're going to do that.
We're still learning too, so we're going to show you our best.
That's right.
The best of our ability.
Actually, this is the first time we've done it this way because last year when we preserved tomatoes, we had frozen them. And when you freeze your tomatoes, the skins peel off when it starts to defrost. Once they start to defrost, it peels right off real easy. So we didn't actually have to do this method, but we have fresh tomatoes this time. So we're going to try this method. Hopefully it's going to work. So we have a little assembly line set up here. We're going to start peeling and coring and cutting up our tomatoes.
Yes.
And we're going to get them in the pot. All right, guys, take a look at these Amish paste. Look at those things. Look at how much meat there is in there. That's going to make such a good salsa. All right, guys, that's as easy as it gets for peeling tomatoes.
Yeah, it is. It works really well.
Yeah, it was not that hard at all, although last time when we did it frozen and this time when we did it fresh, it is a messy proposition.
Yeah, we have 10 cups of diced...
No, we have 20 cups.
20 cups.
20
Sorry,
cups.
It was 20 cups. That's what
of diced tomatoes,
keep on
peeled
forgetting.
and cored.
Double batch, double batch.
Yep.
All right.
And then we have 10 cups of cut and chopped peppers.
Yep.
That's
so we're going to add those to the pot.
Yep. Go ahead and add those to the pot. I'm going to film that for you guys right here. Our peppers are in. Next, we have 10 cups of onions.
Onions.
Let's see if we can get this right this time. Oh, look at that. And there's our onions. Then right here we have, what is this? This is...
Cilantro.
But how much is it?
It's 4 tablespoons
4
of cilantro.
tablespoons of fresh, cut and chopped cilantro.
Yep. All right.
And then in here, what do we have here?
We have 6 garlic cloves that have been minced up. So we're just going to get those in there.
Then we have some salt.
Yes, and I believe we need 2 tablespoons of salt.
Let's see, salt. Yes, 2 tablespoons of salt.
2.
All right, and then we need what?
2.5 cups.
2.5 cups of vinegar.
Yep.
Now, the recipe calls for cider vinegar, but we don't have enough cider vinegar, so we're just going to use white vinegar.
It's 2.5. And there we go.
Okay, guys, that leaves one ingredient left. Now, that is our jalapeno peppers. You can see them right there. But we are not going to add these right now. I'm going to throw these in the refrigerator. What we're going to do is we're going to heat this. What is it got to go to a boil for about 10 minutes?
Bring it to a boil and then turn it down to a gentle boil for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yep.
Then we're going to jar up 7 of these, which should be a little bit more than half. We're going to put them in our canner, and when we jar up the remainder, that's when I'm going to add the jalapeno to it, so that we have half hot and half not hot.
Yeah, so we got to get the heat on.
So we got to get the heat on here. Have you guys ever done canning outside? I mean, it's great to have a nice kitchen to do all your canning and air conditioning, but we happen to be at our camper, which is on a seasonal campsite. We'll be here for the rest of August, then we go back to our cabin in Connecticut, and then this spring or late winter, the end of February, we move down to our homestead permanently. And that's why we're doing as much of this as we can, because these skills of canning and preserving food and gardening, knowing when is the appropriate time to pick any particular crop, when it's at its ripest for canning versus slicing. These are all skills we need to have, so we're practicing them now while we're up here, so that we're in a better place to be successful when we get down to our homestead. Very exciting to be moving to our homestead.
I know.
I can't even tell you how much I just wish we were there already. But we're going to take this winter, we're going to spend it with friends and family, and next February it goes down.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we're going to get this simmering. We'll come back when it's to a boil. All right, now that those are in and gonna process, they gotta cook for 10 minutes after it starts boiling and then rest for 5. We're going to take our jalapenos.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to put them in here.
Get them back in this pot here.
And Missy's going to stir those in. And we'll get some heat to those so that they can start cooking in. And then when we process the rest of it, that will be our hot salsa. Alrighty guys, we have got it all out and it is finally done.
Mm-hmm.
It took a little longer than we were really anticipating because we ended up having to process 3 batches. So what we have here is 7 not hot.
No, they're not hot.
And what do you have over there?
There's actually 11 spicy. If I would have known that we had this much left back in the canning pot, I would have done more regular instead of the spicy.
This is our second time doing salsa. I'm pretty happy with it. I can't wait to give it a try.
It's usually really good.
We tried a little bit before we processed it and it was really tasty.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for joining us here on the deck for a little canning.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us and spending the day with us.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one.
Bye.